All right, so if we compare...
Can I have Reese Brown to the office? She's leaving for an appointment.
If we compare these two things and we break them down into their cost per ounce, we've got 22 cents per ounce here, and we've got 20 cents per ounce. Which is the better buy, price per ounce? The bigger one, the 20 cents per ounce. Some people look at that and they're like, who cares? It's 2 cents. Well, it's 2 cents per ounce. So let's do a little mental math or quick estimation. If it's 2 cents per ounce and this is a 24 ounce box, that's about 50 cents, 48 cents per box, right? Okay. Some families, my family included, they're big cereal people. For breakfast, that's pretty much what my family eats every day for breakfast. So if there are people in your household and you're eating a lot of cereal, you could easily go through a box of cereal in a week. Okay? So let's say we go through a box of cereal in a week. How many weeks are in a year?
52.
52. Wow, look at you guys. You knew that one. Good. 52. We're going to go with 52 weeks, 365 days. But we're saying I go through a box of cereal in about a week. So 52 weeks, and I'm saving about 50 cents per box of cereal if I'm looking at 2 cents per ounce. So 50 cents times 52 weeks is what? Oh boy.
It's $10.72. For that one, you saved 2 cents.
No.
No.
Hang on. Stay with me. 2 cents per ounce, which we said is about
18.70.
which is about 50 cents per box. 50 cents per box, and I'm buying a box every week. So 50 cents times 52 weeks. 50 cents times 50.
So just 50 times
26. $26 is what we're going to go with. 0.50 is 50 cents, not 50 times. Okay. Okay. Focus. So that's $26, approximately $26. This is rough estimation, okay? Approximately $26 a year that I can save by pricing out my cereal. Well, is cereal the only thing that is packaged like this? No. I've got toilet paper. I've got paper towels. I've got laundry detergent. I've got all sorts of things that I shop for that are sold in different sizes. If I can save $26 a year just by pricing out my cereal this way, and I do this for everything that's sold in different size packages, I can save myself a lot of money in the long term. So what looks like, oh, whoop-de-doo, it's 2 cents per ounce, that can very quickly accumulate and save me a decent amount of money. Okay, so that's where our focus is going to be today. Okay, so we are going to take that concept like the cereal and we're going to start looking at comparing two different things. And it doesn't have to just be things that associate with cost. So we could compare, like if you're ever been with a parent or a family member who's been shopping for a car. One of the things you look at when you're car shopping is the gas mileage. Basically how many miles per gallon of gas you can get on that car. So if I put 1 gallon of gas in my car, how far can I expect my car to go? Miles per gallon. So that has nothing to do with cost, but we can compare, okay, if I'm driving a Honda Civic or I'm driving a Lamborghini off the top of my head, sure, okay? If I compare their gas mileage, which one is going to be essentially more fuel efficient? It's the same concept, it's just not with money. So we break them down into their miles per gallon, that unit rate, and compare them that way, okay? So I'm going to be writing on the board what you should be writing in your notes, and where you write it, if you look at mine, I literally just wrote on the notebook paper directly under the flaps. Only difference is when I write it on the board today, I'll be writing it off to the side because I can't flip open the flaps on the iPad screen, believe it or not. Okay, so here we go. Starting with the apples, let's compare these apples. Okay, first one is $7.99 for 5 pounds. What are we putting on top? Money. So we're going to put cost over pounds. This is underneath your 5 pound flap. Cost over pounds. I'm going to start writing this in your notes. So it's $7.99 over 5 pounds. And then you're going to use your calculator. So if it's written on the board, you should be writing it under your flap. And get me a cost per pound on that set of apples. Raise your hand when you have it. Declan, what'd you get? 1.598. So if we're talking about money, what does that round to? 1.60, $1.60. So the label we're going to put on that is $1.60 per pound. So that means if I were to buy the 5-pound bag at $7.99 and broke it down into the cost per pound, each pound in that bag costs $1.60. Then we're going to jump over to the 3-pound bag and do the same thing. So we're going to put cost over pounds.
That would equal $8.
It sure would not. $4.99 over 3 pounds is our setup, right? Do you agree? Okay. So then I'm going to divide that. $4.99 divided by 3.
Oh.
$4.99 divided by 3. 1.663. Okay, so we're going to call that one $1.66 per pound. Okay, I'm going to give you a second to catch up with those two things. And then the kind of summary we have is going to be really important here. All right, so this part is super important. Are you listening? Which one has the cheaper unit cost? Maddie? The one on the left, the 5-pound bag. If we were just to say the 5-pound bag is cheaper, we would be wrong. Is the 5-pound bag cheaper? No, it's more expensive. $7.99 is more than $4.99. So we can't just say it's cheaper. We have to say it's cheaper per pound or per apple. Okay, so underneath that kind of both of your work there, I'm just going to write it across. We can put the 5-pound bag is cheaper per pound. We need to add that unit rate language to make it be accurate. If we just say it's cheaper, then we're not telling the truth because it is more expensive, but in the long run, it's cheaper per pound. Now, apples are something, they stay good for a long time, but apples would be an example of something like milk, for example. Milk is sold in gallons and half gallons, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? How you can buy different size containers of milk. If I were to do this math on milk, but my family doesn't drink a lot of milk, and I find that the bigger gallon is the cheaper route, but I know that we're not going to drink, like what does milk do after time? It expires and it goes bad. So it doesn't always make sense to buy the most cost-efficient one if you know it's an item that's going to spoil and go bad before you use it if you don't use it a lot. Apples typically last a pretty long time, so you're safe there. Okay, toilet paper. When's the last time you went into your linen closet and pulled out an expired roll of toilet paper? Exactly. Okay. Toilet paper is not going to expire or go bad, so that would be a safe thing to shop this way for.
It is made out of wood, some of it. So
Okay. When you go into your linen closet and pull out a disintegrated, expired roll of toilet paper, come see me. Okay? All right, here we go. We're going to the next section. All right, the next one. You could potentially use this scenario to help convince a family member who might take you out for ice cream to buy you more ice cream if it's more cost efficient. So let's see in this scenario how it plays out. What are we going to put on top for the ice cream scoops?
Money.
Money, because money always goes on top.
money, money, money.
So glad I'm recording in this class. All right, $3.49 over 3 scoops. Set it up and then plug it into your calculator. Raise your hand when you have a cost per scoop. Some of us are already there. The rest of you, catch up. Cost per scoop. Issa, what'd you get?
1.163.
1.160? 163. Okay, so 1.163 is going to stay at $1.16, right? So that one is $1.16 per scoop. If I were to price it out by scoop, it's $1.16 per scoop on the 3-scoop cone. Let's compare that to the 2-scoop cone. What number am I putting on top, Millie, for the 2-scoop cone? $1 and for the 2-scoop cone, put the cost on top. What's the price of the 2-scoop cone? How much is it for a 2-scoop cone? What does it show us on the picture there?
$2.79.
$2.79. So we're going to put $2.79 over 2 scoops. And we're going to divide 279 divided by 2. 1.39. 1.395, so that 5 tells us we need to bump it up from $1.39 to $1.40 per scoop. So in the 2-scoop cone, it breaks down to $1.40 per scoop. In the 3-scoop cone, it's only $1.16 per scoop. Which one's the better value for your money? Scarlett?
3 scoops.
Yeah, 3 scoops is a better value. And notice how I'm phrasing this a little bit differently. I never said that 3 scoops was cheaper. You could put it's cheaper per scoop, or you could write that it's a better value. I'll let you catch up here. All right, last one. I want you in your notes underneath both the crayon flaps. I'd like you to try to do the calculations for both of the crayons. Once you finish the crayons, I'm going to have the answers up on the board. You can look up and compare with the board after you do it on your own. Try it on your own and then compare and fix if you need to. Okay, take a minute to do that now. All right. Has that been enough time for you to work? Okay, there is something I want to talk through with this crayon one. So go ahead and look up and compare and make sure your numbers match mine, please. So this is the first example where we've looked at where I think most people tend to just always assume that buying in bulk or buying the bigger size package is the better deal. But what did we find with the crayons? Scarlett? The cheaper pack is the smaller one, right? Okay, so, or the cheaper per crayon is the smaller one. Okay, so really technically to get more money or more bang for your buck, getting 2 12-packs would be a better value than buying the 20-pack. However, this is an example that shows that just breaking it down into the unit cost is not always going to be the only thing you should consider. What do you get with the 20-pack that you wouldn't get if you just bought 2 12-packs? Evelyn?
More colors.
Yeah, you're going to get a more variety in your colors if you buy the 20-pack, right? So that's something that obviously would weigh into your decision making. You're not always going to be a consumer or buy things based on, oh, well, the math tells me, so this is what I've got to go with. You're going to factor into other things like variety and color, like milk is going to spoil if I don't drink it fast enough. Those things have to be part of your decision making. And I didn't mean like in one sitting, but yes. Okay, does that make sense? So this is the type of stuff you're going to be practicing on your homework tonight.